My name is Uchenna Ohaeto, and this is the BreazeHome 5.0 Local Scoop Print 2 Planning Session. The team is as follows: Arnosa, Richard Jimenez, Uchenna Ohaeto, Jose Perez, and Frank Segui. Our product owner is Masoud Sadjadi, and his email is sajadi@cs.fiu.edu. So today, during our sprint planning meeting, we discussed all of our stories and all of the work that needs to be done for Sprint 2. First to note, the story number 2670, setting up development environment, has been carried over from Sprint 1. Many of us were not able to finish our work, so the story has been carried into this sprint. After discussion, our velocity is estimated to be about 200 hours. Our total work between meetings and everything else is estimated about 245 hours, but for the purpose of just user stories alone and pure work on code, it will be estimated to be about 200 hours. The user stories for this sprint are as follows. User story 2670 is setting the development environment. It's estimated to have a total amount of work of 28 hours. User story 2792 is create page for local scoop features, estimated to take about 21 hours. The user story 2796 search local scoop by city is estimated to have about 13 hours of work. User story 2795 nearby amenities is estimated to have about 81 hours of work. User story 2799 local schools is estimated to have about 56 hours of work. User story 2798 crime information is estimated to have about 84 hours of work. And finally, user story 2800 hazard zones is estimated to have about 60 hours of work. The story breakdown per team member is as follows. First to note, to save some time, every team member will be working on story number 2670, setting up the dev environment, for about 6 hours of work. Now the stories are as follows. Frank Segui will be working on story number 2800 hazard zones, and he'll be spending about 60 hours of work. Jose Perez will be working on story number 2798 crime information, and he will be spending about 84 hours of work total on the story. Arnosa will be working on two stories. Story number 2792, create page for local scoop feature, and story number 2796, search local scoop by city, and he will be spending about 21 and 13 hours on the stories respectively. Richard Jimenez will be working on story number 2799, local schools, and it'll take about 56 hours of work. And finally, Uchenna will be working on story number 2670 and 2795 nearby amenities, and it will take about 81 hours of work.